Hey everybody, Dom here. On July 7, 2022, Valve updated Team Fortress 2 and re-added the ability to set the value for the console command mat pickmip lower than -1. In short, this command sets how detailed in-game textures appear. Lower values are better. -1 is the max setting possible to achieve using the settings in the advanced video options. -1 is very high, 0 is high, 1 is medium, and 2 is low. Previously, a long time ago, it was possible to go to -10, but in the year 2010, Valve decided to limit the command to -1. The update to the game that made the game compatible with the Mac operating system is the update that limited the command. It was done for stability reasons. For 12 years, we've not been able to have textures this crisp in Team Fortress 2, but now they're back. It's been a long time coming. It's been so long that none of this is impressive anymore. Visuals in video games have improved a lot over the past 10 years, and have far surpassed the Source engine on a technical level. Anyways, look at this printer. It's hard to make out the words on the normal maximum texture quality, but when we use the command and set the value to -10, we can see the printer is called Superprint. This is a fire alarm bell at the normal maximum setting of -1. And here it is at -10. Did you know there's a groove here on the medic's backpack strap? It's not very pronounced on -1. Look at the soldier's wrist. The fabric is pretty blurry. How about now? Now it actually looks like sewed material. These chairs normally look like this, but have way more depth in their material at -10. Look at the spray can at -1. Now look at how crisp the text becomes at -10. Same goes for the text on this sign, and the numbers on this phone. One thing that's always bugged me is the pixelated look of the ground outside the play space on the map Arena Buyer. Now look at it. Still kind of ugly and pixelated, but way better. Here's the same texture on 2 Fort. Here it isn't that big of a deal since the texture is further away and it's harder to tell, but an improvement is an improvement. For comparison, here's -1. It's more noticeable if we go into the 3D Skybox. Here's another comparison. This one isn't that big of a deal, but still appreciable, if that is a word. And now it looks nicer. Look at this water cooler. It has one of the ugliest textures in the game. Now, it still kind of looks like trash, but a bit better. Maybe using one of the ugliest props in the game was not a good idea for this comparison. This has got to be the biggest improvement. These gravel rocks are ugly and blurry. Behold! There's depth in this texture. The rocks are shaded darker on the side of them. Such a crazy improvement. Like, wow, man! This one's a really noticeable one. The Intelligence Briefcase. It's the central focal point of the entire Capture the Flag game mode. It's something that should look nice. Here's how it appears without spinning. Now, here's how it appears at -10. The text is still blurry, but at least the white stripe no longer bleeds into the red-orange texture around it. Like, that was just ugly, man. Speaking of important gameplay elements, look at this medium health pack. Here's the design on it normally, and here's the design on it at the higher texture quality. Much more crisp. Actually, everything in the resupply cabinet has been improved. Look at the health and ammo pickups. Note how the logos are more sharp, and how the ammo bandolier looks better. This one's difficult to notice. The skin texture on classes is nicer. Turns out they're supposed to have a sort of fine noisiness to them. Instead, they normally appear flat and blurry. Other small details also improve. The eyebrows are sharper. The sniper's face scar looks like this normally, and looks like this at -10. Alright, enough comparisons. Actually, one more comparison, but this time a performance comparison. Let me use demo playback and do a quick dirty side-by-side framerate test. On the left we have normal maximum settings, on the right everything is the same, but we have the higher max settings for textures. It appears the framerate difference is negligible, within the margin of error. With that in mind, I suggest for you, the viewer at home, if the game already runs really well on your computer, why not try out mat pickmip -10 for yourself? The small improvements in quality are not super noticeable in actual gameplay because Team Fortress 2 is a super fast-paced, hectic shooter and you're basically always constantly moving, but nicer textures are nicer textures. Why not have them if you could have them? And that was the video. In the end, I got the cheese. Remember from the intro to the video, the cheese? And forget about it. Thanks for watching! Au revoir.